Hello.
Oh my God! Hello.
Oh, hi.
How you guys doing?
Doing good.
I'm good. Thank you for asking.
You're very welcome.
Friend.
Welcome back to another episode of What's the Diff? Except today we have a special segment for you called What They Say?
Wait,
What'd they say?
What They Say?
What'd you say?
We're going to grab things we found on the internet. Reddit, MSN,
AOL.
Bing, AOL, Alta Vista,
Dial up.
Not Skype. Skype is now dead.
Skype is dead. That's
Kick. maybe?
22
Rip
years.
in peace.
Oh, Kick, yeah.
Yeah, we found stuff on the internet and we thought, we said, what they say? So
What'd they
we're
say?
going to ask what they said and talk about
But
it.
what did they say though?
I don't know.
Oh.
We'll see.
We'll figure it out.
Oh.
I am Pantsless Josh. With me today is Shorts Coley
Hey.
and Pants Keenan.
Look at so you got no pants on,
Mm-hmm.
half pants,
Mm-hmm.
and then pants.
The evolution of pants.
Look at this.
And none of them are actually pants. These are all like athletic materials.
Yeah.
Yeah. The evolution of spring.
Because if I get them wet, if I have an accident,
If I pee my pants,
Yeah.
they're gonna be
it's okay. It's quick drying. They're stinky though.
Mine won't be safe because they're not long enough, so the pee's going to get out.
Mine says no salt stains.
Actually?
Yeah, there are no salt stain pants, so if I pee, you can't see the salt stain.
Well, don't eat salt. Boom. Problem solve.
Yeah.
Have an opinion and or want to hear one of your topics debated? You can connect with us at whatsthediff.net. Leave us a voicemail or a text at 802-884-3553.
Bitch.
Okay. Or send a voice. I feel like that was aimed at me. Or send a voice clip to us at hellowhat'sthediff@gmail.com. Sorry. Be sure to check out our Patreon. There you can see special stuff unseen by mortal eyes until you see it. And then when it'll be seen by mortal eyes.
Okay.
When
You guys ready for?
because by that
I'm gonna start
time-
us off with a quick one.
You just cut my microphone off.
Cut 'em.
Scissors.
You hear in the background like
So this guy, he said, I faked a spinal injury to get out of paying late fees at Blockbuster.
What?
hold up. That seems like a
They've been
lot.
holding on to that for years.
Yeah, he said, long ago, obviously, I rented a movie in it's Blockbuster. I rented a movie and didn't want to return it for a month. So I owed $30.
Oh,
God damn.
that's so much back then.
And
Jesus.
I wanted to rent another movie, but didn't want to pay the late fee. So I started scheming. My girlfriend at the time
scheming.
had been in a bad car accident and had to wear a big plastic splint that covered her whole torso. And I devised the excuse that I had been in a hospital and therefore couldn't return the movie in a timely manner. So sorry, please pity me. So we strapped that thing on, awkwardly got in the car and drove down to the movie rental to pitch my story and pick up another. The clerk saw me walking stiffly up to the counter and bought it so wholeheartedly that they gave me a free rental to take with me. That
Fuck
movie
yeah.
was How High, starring Method Man and Redman. I remember because I never returned it and it sits on my shelf to this very day.
Lit.
Oh my God. Like that's like one of the ideas that like you'd like, hey, that'd be funny. But this guy actually fucking did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, I'm not paying that late fee, and I need a movie, so I'm gonna just lie.
I'm gonna put on a fucking split and fake a car accident, a spinal injury.
I don't
Yeah.
know why people don't do more of that because like people can't be like, okay, well fucking prove that you actually have a spinal issue.
No, yeah.
Like,
gonna do that.
no, what are you gonna say? I show up in a cast and you're like,
Just scream. Whoa. It hurts. There, is that proof?
my spine is broken.
I think there's
It
one
hurts.
person that would probably be a little skeptical.
Who?
Chiropractor.
Oh, yeah.
Joke's on you. I moonlight as a chiropractor.
No,
You're clearly not injured.
I have feelings about chiropractors anyway.
Yeah, like sexual.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Once.
Yeah, they give you one crack.
I might
too
have
good.
cracked a little
Yeah.
close to my member.
They snapped me in half, and I was like, I feel different now.
I feel like I love you, so
Oh my God.
I feel good.
Yeah, and then I go back and be like, is that one lady here? Like, no, she's not working ever. She's never worked here. I'm like, oh my God. What happened? Who was that?
Come back in this room.
Okay. It's her again. All right. Never mind. I'm going to move on from that story. Surprised you guys didn't shut me down on that. Have you guys ever done anything like that? Have you done?
The only thing I've done is like the Josh thing, where I pretended to have like 600,000 followers on Snapchat to get us into a club.
Are you saying
what?
like Josh thing as
Like,
in
no,
like
you were-
I've done it before?
We were together.
Well, yeah, we did. Okay, yeah.
No, that's the only time.
I was like that is so not a Josh thing.
No, the Josh thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
the thing for Josh. The Josh
yeah,
thing.
the Josh Shorts thing.
Told the bouncers that I had a fuckload of followers and he had sweatpants on, and the other club wouldn't let us in. And I said, "This is a great marketing opportunity. I have many followers on Snapchat. If you guys just say that club sucks and you're awesome, of course we'll let you in. Put it everywhere. You guys will get so many more people." They're like, "Okay."
Oh my god,
It's pretty fun.
you silly
Still have
bastards.
that video. But no, I've never faked a spinal injury to return a movie without late fees.
Yeah, I feel like maybe at most I've faked something to get to like the front of a line or something, but it was usually like towards the end of a recovery for an injury, and it's like, no, it still hurts. Let me go.
I was with some people that faked an illness, and it was very clear that they did not have this illness. And this was like we were probably fourth grade. We went to go see a movie, and we wanted to see this certain movie, and it was like rated R, and we didn't have a parent with us, and so we're like the whole time I'm like, guys, we can't see this fucking movie, like. We can't even ask because we don't have anybody with us. And they're like, no, trust me. It'll work. So we go up there. And the person's like, yeah, 4 tickets for, I don't even remember what the movie was. And they're like, okay, do you have a parent with you? Someone over 17? They're like, no, but my friend has cancer, so she should see it.
God.
Otherwise she's going to die. And I was like, I want to go home.
Oh my god.
Like, I am not part of this. I'm not part of this.
That's not where I thought I was gonna go.
Dude, oh my god.
I was wholeheartedly expecting the shortest person there to be like, I have dwarfism.
Right, that would have made sense. No, this was
it
just
could've
like,
worked.
well, she has cancer, so she's gonna die soon. So, and I was like, oh fuck.
That's so
Did you?
fucked up.
You got into the movie though?
Nope. So karma treated us right, which I was like, please don't let us into the movie because of that. God damn it. Anyway, I wouldn't do anything like
God,
that.
yeah, that's a hot take for later. Anyone that fakes cancer should get it.
My
Yeah, I can. Yeah,
I should get it.
yeah.
My friend had a fake ID, and when I was in Baltimore for a choir trip, I snuck out of the pizza restaurant and went and got my second ear piercing with her fake ID, and we said she was my guardian. She was like my age. Claire Krause. That's funny. Yeah.
That was Claire Krause.
Yeah.
Shout out Claire Krause.
Shout out Claire Krause.
Yeah,
Like,
shout out to
who
you.
was that? Claire Krause. Yeah, that was funny. And then we came back to the pizza restaurant, and everybody was like, all the chaperones and teachers were like crying because they thought we lost us, and they almost sent us back to Bellingham.
Damn.
I was like, oh shit, sorry. I got my ear pierced.
Sorry
Yeah,
about
because that's
that.
not like a. I mean, I guess it could be a quick ordeal, right?
I mean, it was like probably we little rebels. It was me, Gabe, and Claire ran off and just like did our own shit.
Damn, 3 children gone.
Just ran off.
They're like, my career is ruined.
Yeah, I was like, in hindsight, I'm like, that was pretty stupid.
Yeah,
Like,
but you're
fucking
kids. You don't.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't look at that. Tennessee family battles HOA after daughter is nearly strangled.
What?
Yep.
Better drink my beer already.
You want some of mine? I can spit.
Yeah, dude, they're like a fountain over me.
Yeah.
I have my
Why don't you
hat on.
spit in
It's
his
okay.
mouth and he can spit in my mouth?
Okay.
Here, can you pass that to him?
Wait, really? Thanks. I have the worst little alfalfa.
Dreamsicle.
going on. Look at this.
Orange vanilla.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to touch my ticket. God.
Yeah. I don't know. You might like it. You might not.
Nashville, Tennessee. The frantic cry still haunts Monica Meeker. Okay, this is the mother.
That's gross. Thanks. No.
Okay, I want to try this.
At first, it was like fine, and then it got really gross.
Whoa.
Hey!
Delicious.
Oh, I don't like ciders.
I don't think that's a cider. That's more like just
This is cider.
That's a
like
cider.
hard whipped cream.
Yeah, this is Dickens.
Dickens cider.
Yeah.
I like Carmen and cider.
Yeah?
Yeah, you ever had Carmen and cider?
No, I don't think I have.
Oh, it's so good, dude. We can end the podcast now.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay, let me
Nice
get
job,
to my fucking
guys.
story.
Good job. Nice jokes.
All right. The Tennessee
job.
HOA.
Yeah, the HOA. Yeah, I thought you were talking about the kid for a second. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude.
She's a HOA.
She's a HOA. No, they were in an HOA. Monica Meeker and her daughter.
Monica
That-
Beaker.
Monica Beaker. Monica and her husband lay in bed at the end of a fun-filled day celebrating their daughter Camilla. It was close. Camilla's third birthday last October.
Oh, Camilla and Camina. Yeah. Cousins.
Yep. Monica rushed to her daughter's room upon hearing these frantic cries and screams and found her child hanging from a window, the cord from the blind wrapped tightly around Camilla's neck. Monica says she was gasping for air and crying and coughing. She had purple ligature marks on her neck for a week.
Yeah.
So this is a young kid, had an accident, got caught up in the curtains. I don't know. Apparently that happens, but I don't know.
It can.
Anyway, a couple takes down the blinds that night, replacing them with curtains. This is where the fun begins.
Oh.
Within 2 weeks, a letter from the HOA or from the property manager for the homeowners association arrived. The gray curtains they'd put up had violated the association's standards. So these poor people spent thousands on a losing battle with the HOA, even after the near tragedy. But they would not. The HOA itself would not back down on the requirement. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says that on average, one child dies each month of strangulation from blind cords. That's sad.
That's wild.
What?
Yep.
Jesus.
The family unsuccessfully tried to fight the window blind requirement, spending $7,000 on legal fees, but last summer moved into a home that is not in an HOA. So they were like, fuck this.
They're required to have blinds?
Their child was dying from being strangled by blinds, and the family was like, no more fucking blinds in this house so our child doesn't die. And the HOA was like, no, you have to have blinds because your curtains that you guys put up are
So
they're kind
the
of
kid
tacky.
choked on the blinds part or the string?
The string for the
string.
blinds.
Well, cut the fucking string.
Well, then you can't move the blinds.
Yeah,
So?
you can't move the blinds.
So
So they just got rid of the blinds.
Yeah.
you can cut. You could put the blinds up and make a little hook.
Well, then you'd have to do. I think they got rid of all of the blinds because they were like, we can't let this happen again. So they got rid of all the
whole
blinds
house
and
had to
replaced them
have
with curtains.
blinds, like not just one window. It was like
Yes.
What the
Everything had to have blinds. And so when they replaced them with these curtains, and they're like, you can't die on a curtain, I guess. Well, you probably could, but
Yeah.
it'd be a little bit more difficult. The HOA was like, nah, I don't really care that your kid just almost died. Put the fucking blinds back.
That is so cruel.
Yep. So
So like her neighbors
They were like,
voted.
That's not part of the
Well,
code.
What the fuck?
Yeah, either they voted or like the HOA committee just like drives around, like inspects people's houses. Dude, fuck HOAs. Absolutely fuck HOAs.
Yeah.
They're such pieces of shit.
So weird.
It's so fucking stupid.
I will say, in general, in that resentment or like in that statement, I agree. There are some HOAs that can be good, but it
Yes.
definitely requires people to not be just these power hungry, greedy people.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah. And
It's
the
people who live
dues
in
are nuts.
Middle class suburbia who like get power trips on fucking making sure everyone's lawns are the same and having that power. I wonder if they just didn't change it. What would they do? Like force them to sell
They
their
would
house?
they would fine them over and
Yeah.
over and over again.
Find every
Don't
every
pay the
week.
fine.
Yeah, that's what I would
What
have
are you
done.
gonna do? What are you gonna do? Take me to collections?
Probably, and then they could probably put a lien on your house.
And then what? like-
They can do that. Yep.
Yeah, if you
The
don't pay the fees.
The HOA has like legal
no, pay
authority
the
to do
HOA
that.
fees, but don't pay the fines because you can.
They can
say,
still put a lien
Yeah.
if you have fines.
Because you agreed when you're moving into that home, you agreed
But
to the
but then you
HOA
take it to court and
rules.
say my kid almost died. I'm sure that's what they
well,
did.
that's what they did.
and then they lost.
In the court,
There's nothing they could do about it.
because
court sided with the HOA over a child's life.
Well,
They probably didn't, but they're like, you did sign a thing saying that you would do this to your house.
Yes,
and, like,
I'm asking for leniency on that one thing because my kid almost died.
yeah, but even if the judge was like, I
And we are
100%
human.
agree with the family.
But the legalities of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's in writing. So don't ever write anything down ever. And then nothing's legal. Top tip.
Why is writing more important than word? Like out of mouth. I don't understand how that became a. Well, it was written down.
Oh, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
the
Like, why
fact
is that?
well,
Why are things that are written down
Yeah,
solid?
and the
then
fact, like,
being able
oh-
to like talk about it, that doesn't matter because it was written down at some point.
Yeah, and you
Well-
signed it. It's like, well, yeah, but
Yeah, but now I'm speaking with my real words in front of
anybody
you.
can sign my name. Like, and that's not even the
crazy.
signature that I use. And like, well, but you signed it. I'm like, okay, cool. That's legally obligating, I guess. That's stupid.
are you guys dumb?
Yeah.
What?
Like, if you're making a verbal like communication with someone, think about it. You made like
Oh,
a
you were
pact
talking
with
about
someone like
this.
10 years ago or something. You're gonna remember that? No, that's why you write it down. That's why you have to have these legal things.
I
Like-
understand. I'm just saying it's nuts that we put so much authority on it.
well, yeah, because it's a permanent record.
yeah, we should be able to change it.
Yeah, you should.
I mean, you can change it, you can update it, you can make amendments, but like you need to have the writing down
that's
because
what
then
I'm
you
s-
can't be
no,
like,
yeah,
well, there was
obviously.
this court case 20 years ago that we talked about, and this is what we decided. And it's like, well, do you actually?
No, I know why
remember it
things need
correctly?
written down. I know what writing is. I'm just saying. I understand what written things are. I'm just like saying if I'm using my mouth today to say maybe we should change this one thing because of this incident, like how are things changed?
I.e., my daughter
Yes,
almost
that
died
is
last
how maybe
night.
we would amend the writing. But
Well,
no.
yeah, at your HOA meeting, not in the legal court system to say, hey, even though I signed this document saying, yes, this is what I'm going to follow to, I don't want to follow it.
But my daughter almost
Yeah, I
fucking
don't.
died.
I don't.
Like, it's the time and place of things. Like, there's ways to get these changes made that makes it like a real
yeah,
authority.
but she's not going to put blinds up because her daughter almost died last week. She's not going to do that.
Yeah, and so the HOA was like, no, we're not going to do that. And they're like, all right, we'll take you to court. They lost the court case, and then now they're out of the HOA and in a different house.
What's mind blowing is that no one cared. Like, who cares about the HOA? Maybe
well, we don't know that nobody
like, that's
cared.
crazy.
Yeah,
The
it
only
could have
thing,
been.
the only
not to
thing
do
we
anything.
see is that they didn't win their court case.
And the HOA disagreed with the amendment.
Well, yeah, the HOA
we
is
don't know
full of
if it-
cunts.
we don't
so
know if it was
doesn't
a-
matter. Fuck everybody in the HOA people ever. Fuck all of you.
Like, we don't know
All of you.
We don't know how it happened. Like, it literally could have been like, we're putting these up instead, and the HOA was like, that's against it. And they're like, all right, we're taking you to court. Like, then it didn't go through any process at all. Like, or they could have went through all the process, and the HOA was like, actually, no, go fuck yourself. We have no idea.
If
wish I
I
knew
if I
more.
was the
wish I knew
parent
more.
of that child, I would have gone absolutely postal on all of those HOA people.
Exactly. That's insane.
Fuck all of you. I would have like demoed their home when they're not there. And I was reading up on different HOA laws, like insane HOA laws. There's in some places you have to like you have to have your blinds open, all of your blinds open so you can anybody can see in your house at like a certain times of a day from like, 8 to 5 or whatever throughout the day. The HOA can set a time limit for that. The HOA can dictate what you furnish your house with.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So
Why? Why does it matter? Why do people care about other people's places?
Well,
a
property
big-
value.
yeah, exactly. A big argument is like, oh, it's property value. It's nice. It keeps the property value up. It's like, yeah, because you don't want the neighbor with like 16 cars in his driveway and like, you don't want a riffraff. But all of the comments that I was reading on that were like, okay, well, I hope all of my neighbors like seeing my ass because I'm never going to be clothed if I have to keep my fucking blinds open 24/7. Like, it's absolutely
That's nuts.
insane.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
insane.
There's some rules out there that's just ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
the whole, no, you need to have blinds instead of curtains or whatever.
Why?
Yeah, why?
What does that have to
Why?
do with home value? Okay, when it comes to time to sell your house, I'll put blinds in for a week while they watch. Like, you take your home tours. Like, I don't. What?
Yeah, it makes no
Yeah,
sense.
something about having homes that kind of have that same feel for whatever reason can increase the likelihood that I guess a richer person is going to come in and be like, wow, this is a real community.
Weird.
Well, all those rich people that think that and come in and they're like, if anybody comes into your neighborhood and they're like, I'm turned off by the fact that this one house has curtains, They should
People are fucking like that.
jump
I
off of a
guess.
cliff.
I hate the world.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm cynical, but
Same.
for
That's
a reason.
fucking insane, dude.
Yeah,
that's too
I
much.
just like can't even like.
It's so stupid. Fuck HOAs. Absolutely fuck HOAs.
Yeah, like that's when I bought this house and they said that there was an HOA attached to it. I was like, ooh. And he's like, don't worry. It actually, you don't pay any dues. No one does. And there's no association or anything. Like, it's just for whatever reason in this neighborhood, they used to have one. Now they don't. And it's still in the writing.
Yeah. Fuck HOAs, dude.
Yeah, just be nice to your neighbors. And if your neighbors are dicks, like some of the what they say is that we've talked about in the past, fuck them.
Fuck them.
Dude, yeah, if that, I'd let my grass grow. I'd fucking blast metal music. That's insane. Like, go fuck yourself.
Oh, that's part of the HOA, actually, is the metal music.
You have to blast metal music.
Yeah, from 3 to 4.
See, why are there no HOAs like that? You have to be like metal. Like, no, it's all fucking, you have to have a white picket fence and blinds and you're singing and cut grass and one sprinkler per acre.
Because
You guys want to start one like that?
people are boring as fuck.
We can start one
I
like
kind
that.
of do want to, yeah.
Yeah.
actually.
Maybe not metal.
Yeah. I don't know,
Ooh,
maybe
can I burn a pentagram into the grass up front?
as long as we can do Jack Johnson from 4:45 to 5.
What?
For 15 minutes.
Yeah, Jack Johnson.
The 3 songs on repeat.
Yeah.
1 song on repeat.
Who's Jack Johnson?
What? Get out of here.
No, I'm serious. Who the hell's Jack Johnson?
What?
Is he a comedian?
Oh my god.
All right. Well, fuck me then.
Musician.
You ever heard Jack Johnson?
No.
Dude.
I listen to I have my music. I found it. I listen to it. I don't like new music. Is he a name a song that he's done?
Sitting, waiting, wishing,
Upside down.
upside. Oh, that's a number. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody wishing. Banana pancakes. Never know.
Oh,
Bubble.
is that the song? It's like upside down.
Inside out.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that was Jack Johnson.
And then there's like
he's just
Bubble
in Hawaii. He's like
Toes and-
some surfer dude in Hawaii who just writes music and he's good.
Okay, god damn it, just say that.
Well, I didn't know how to.
Make me feel like a fucking asshole over
Figured
here.
if he didn't know his name,
Is
he
he-
didn't know any songs.
I would be honest. I
No,
had to
I'm-
look him up to like look up the songs to be like, am I thinking of the right guy?
Well, I know a lot of songs, but I don't know.
I've been sitting.
Who they're
waiting,
by.
wishing you believe in
Or if somebody says like, "Oh, I've heard that song before,"
Yeah.
but I had never really paid attention to the fact that it's Jack Johnson. I haven't been like, "I like this song," and I like Jack Johnson.
Yeah.
I've just been like, "I like this song,"
I do the same thing.
and I was worried that you guys said Jack Johnson. It was going to be some fucking country music bullshit. I was like, absolutely not. I'm moving out of the HOA before we even live in there. No, I can't be a part of your guys' HOA. No,
Golly.
no country music.
No country for old men here.
Actually,
No,
country's growing on me a little bit.
don't say that.
It really, not like
Don't.
bad, like good. There's different.
Oh yeah,
Like, no, there really is like a whole
Is it like
array of country. There's like
The
old
newer?
school, like newer, like artists like our age that are more like, and not like Rascal Flats. Not, like there's
no, that's not
like
country.
Tyler
either.
Childers I like a lot. Zach Bryan I like a lot.
Nope.
That's about the 2 I like a lot right now.
Nope.
There's certain artists I'm like these guys.
No,
No, that's not what they're like. Though.
I
That
fucking
they're,
hate
like, they
country
actually have really good
music.
voices and like are
Yeah.
very
Nope.
talented.
There's definitely some country that I will fucks with, but recently I haven't found anything. So yeah, if you have listeners, if you have any suggestions for country music,
Don't send them to me.
don't send them to Cully Bean, send them to me.
I fucking hate country music.
Most of it I dislike a lot, but there are a few artists that I'm like actually pretty into that I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
I like this.
Marty Robbins is good. Marty Robbins,
My
but
playlist
he's from
on
like
Spotify,
1960 or something.
the one country one I made is called I'm a Cowboy. And I'm making a sad cowboy music one called I'm a Sad Cowboy.
Damn, aptly named.
Uh-huh.
The first song on it is November Air by Zach Bryan. It's very good.
Is it cold? Is that the theme of the song?
No.
November air.
Ooh,
Crisp.
I mean, Chris Stapleton I fucking love.
Cold. A Tennessee whiskey.
Well, I gotta ask you guys. You like
No,
changing,
probably not.
changing babies' diapers?
Oh, no. Fuck
No.
that. I've never done it. And I don't want to.
Well, I gotta ask: is this person the asshole for refusing to change someone's baby's diaper?
I gotta ask. How many times are you gonna ask? I'm just being a prick. Sorry.
2.
Okay.
So I gotta ask 3. My wife and I have been married
My wife.
10 plus years and have
Good.
have a few kids. Sister-in-law and her husband had a
So
baby.
you should stop now. Not you, but these people. You should stop. You have too many kids now.
Well, I'm sorry, you did both right there.
I know. I was wrong.
Sister-in-law and I and her husband had a baby 2 years ago. No major complaints. They just tend to ask people for people to do stuff that I would think they'd do themselves. They'll come over to our house.
Poor
They live an
example.
hour away, and they'll ask ahead of time if we have their kids' favorite crackers on hand. Why they don't just pack the crackers, I don't know. They're well off. Money's not an issue.
They're assholes.
If one of them leaves the room, they'll ask one of us, my wife or kids, to be, quote, in charge, unquote, of the baby, even if the other parent is right there just scrolling on their phone or something.
Again, they're assholes.
But whenever I say something to my wife, she says I'm being too much.
Ooh, your wife might be a bit of an asshole.
Is this his wife's sister?
Yeah, sister-in-law.
Okay.
That makes sense then. Sister-in-law. No, it's his sister-in-law?
Yeah, his wife's sister.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Which, would the husband
Sisters.
still be a brother-in-law if he's married in?
Yeah.
So then the sister could also be married in if it's sister-in-law. Well,
I'm assuming that means it's his.
it's one or the
sister.
other, but they're related through his wife.
Yeah.
The other day, we're having a dinner at mother-in-law's house when the baby had a poopy diaper. Sister-in-law
Does it
looked.
say that?
Yes.
Oh my
So
God.
the girl side of the family, all this.
Yeah. Sister-in-law looks at me and say in the sweetest voice, "Uncle, my name, can you change the diaper?" She frequently does this when we're there, but this was the first time I was asked. I answered politely, "No, I'm sorry, I don't do that." She replies, "You don't do diapers?"
I don't change your child's diaper, dude.
He says, "No, I don't do other people's kids' diapers if their mom or dad is around."
That's fair.
I mean, if I'm babysitting, sure thing. But yeah, if the parents are around, I just feel like it's their job. Sister-in-law looks like she's ready to cry. Well, I feel selfish. I smiled to try and set her at ease.
What?
Not
Who
trying.
said I feel selfish?
Sister-in-law.
The daughter. Or
Good, because that is selfish.
yeah.
Okay.
I feel
Oh.
selfish. Congratulations.
OP smiled to try and set her at ease. Not trying to make you feel anyway, just telling you a boundary is all. The table got really awkward as she got up and did the diaper. Afterwards, my wife blamed me for making sister-in-law feel bad and said I could have just changed the diaper.
No.
Your wife sucks, dude.
Yeah, your wife
She won't
sounds
stick
like
up
a
for you in front of her own
dickhead.
family.
Not trying to make anyone feel bad, but I've had 3 kids and I always took responsibility. I watched them, I packed for them, and I changed them.
As you should. That's a good parent.
That's your kid.
I'm not looking to be a secondary parent for this kid.
No, fuck that.
I mean, I get being an uncle, but like I changed my niece's diaper a couple times when I was a kid, but I was very young. But it's like, if like my brother or sister were in the room and they were like, "Hey, can you change your diaper?" I'd be like, "Go fuck yourself."
Yeah.
Lovingly?
No, absolutely not. But it's a different, like if you're like, "Oh, don't worry, I got him." You know,
Yeah.
I'll change them. I'll take care of it. You guys are having dinner or whatever.
Yeah, if,
having
like,
a
if they're like
conversation.
super busy with something, like
Yeah, but if they're not doing shit and they're just having dinner and their child shits
if we're all
themselves,
sitting and eating dinner,
like
no,
Yeah.
why do I
my
I
hands are clean and I'm doing something.
Yeah, no.
I'm eating. Sorry,
I'm eating my pasta.
You have a kid. You have to do this now.
That's your
I feel
responsibility.
like with my
bro.
dog, if I was like, "Hey, can you clean my dog shit up real quick?" They'd be like, "No."
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. Why can't you go take a bag and clean my dog shit up? Because why the fuck
it's
would I do that for your dog?
fucking dog, dude.
If
Yeah.
you took him out on a day trip and I was somewhere else, yeah, you'd have to. But like,
Well, now I feel selfish
who the
for
yeah,
asking.
who the fuck? I would never ask anyone to clean my
Get out
dog's
of
shit
town.
up.
That's some horse shit.
It's weird.
It's baby shit, actually.
Yeah, that's absolutely ridiculous.
That's
Like
stupid. I'd be fucking pressed.
What?
How I want to know
What
how
does that mean?
I'd be
pressed.
What does that mean?
What does press? What does that mean? You
Pressed.
be pressed like juice? What are you talking about?
I'd be pressed.
What
Pressed.
the fuck does that mean?
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you. What the hell?
I don't know.
I'd be
I use
pressed?
that. I'd be pressed. I'd be
Like pressured?
pressure. I'd be pressed. What? I don't know. Fuck. I just use it. It's like a normal word.
Not in that sentence.
I'd be pressed. Yes, it is. That is so standard.
What is being pressed though?
Upset over something.
Well,
I'm
then
pressed.
then it's upset.
He's currently pressed.
Oh my God, I'm pressed. You've never heard someone say
No,
I say that.
I've never heard you say that.
Is it?
Why can't people use the English language anymore? Why
That
do we have
is
to
part
change
of the
shit?
English
No,
language.
it's not.
Oh my
I'm
God, what are
pressed.
you, like fucking 60?
No, you know how people. No. Like, there's new shit now where people are like, "Oh, it comes in different colorways." Why can't we just say it comes in different colors?
Colorway?
Oh, don't worry. Let me switch that out for you. Or you could just fucking switch it. Why do we have to add shit? Why do we got to
When
make
someone
English?
is pressed, it means they're visibly upset, annoyed, bothered, or emotionally affected.
When did
She
that come
really? It's been around forever. She
How-
really
how-
got
no.
pressed over a joke. Like, calm down. It wasn't that deep.
Is that slang?
It's like standard verbiage.
No.
That's not
I disagree
slang.
with
No,
that.
that's like. Is that a thug sentence?
Is that one of them thug things? Did you hear it on that rap
Right.
music? What is that?
I don't know. It's just a.
I'm so pressed.
Yeah.
That sounds stupid.
Yeah, press is a thing.
I'm so pissed that people
But
are saying pressed.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Switch
I'd be pissed.
switch out. I like that one.
Switch out. You don't need the out part though.
I mean, you don't need it, but it's I don't know. There's something nice to it. Like especially if like I have something like, oh, it's kind of broken. They're like, oh, let me switch that out for you. It's like, oh, thanks,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how.
because they're taking it out.
I don't know how to help
Well,
you here, buddy. That's a normal. That's like a thing.
I've
been.
I give up on the English language.
That's so.
I'm gonna learn
normal.
another language.
That is so normal.
That's not normal at all.
That's like one of the least like odd things anyone can say.
I'm so pressed.
Yes.
That is so stupid.
It's not. That's a normal thing
No.
that people say. It's so normal.
All right, as you hip kids would say, I'm
hip.
pressed
It's
about
just-
this fucking
Oh my
conversation.
God, good.
Why can't you just
I'm
say
glad
you're mad, you're upset?
Because I chose
you're
to use the word
annoyed.
press. That's what came out of my mouth. Because it's a
can't-
word that means something.
It doesn't mean upset.
Why are you so pressed?
The earliest known use of the adjective pressed in English is in the Middle English period, 1150 to 1500,
Yeah, man.
I have never heard that in my
with the
life.
Oxford English Dictionary providing evidence of its use before 1500. The verb press has a long history. Well, that's press, not pressed.
Yeah, saying like I'm pressed as in I'm upset. When did that come into
I feel like we're talking
vernacular?
about like pressure. Like
It's
pressed.
it's the subjection of pressure.
I'm pressed.
I'm pressured, but that's something different. You're not upset.
Yeah, I didn't say I'm pressured. I said I'm pressed. That's just what it's not like.
That's not what I fucking.
Oh my God.
No.
I don't just speak verbatim.
I'm
from
angry
the
about this
dictionary.
conversation. I am upset
I am
speaking
pressed.
like this.
I'd be pressed if someone. You never heard like, are you hard pressed to go get groceries today? Because there's a time crunch. You never heard that. I feel so. I'm hard pressed to go get groceries for this dinner. You've never heard someone say.
Heard that in a rap song before.
Okay, well, I'm saying pressed just without the hard part. I'm just pressed. I'm not hard pressed to go do something. I'm
But
just normal pressed. You've never.
But
heard
I
someone
don't think you can say I. You just say I'm hard pressed.
Like, why are they so fucking hard pressed for me to go get those groceries before dinner? That's just like a normal.
I've heard hard pressed.
Okay, that's the hard press, and then it's just pressed too.
Or like someone if they're pressed for time.
Pressed.
That I've heard. I'm pressed for time.
That's
here.
the same thing.
But you're running late. That's not upset at
It
something you're
means
talking about.
A lot of it can be I'm pressed to go.
All right. Well, welcome to our podcast where
I'm
English
pressed.
means nothing and also everything at the same time. Fuck the English language.
that's just. I'm so surprised you've never.
I've
heard
never
that
heard
word.
that.
That's pretty.
I'm not surprised. I'm surprised that he's so pressed about it.
You're
That sounds
so
like
pressed
Gen
right
Z
now.
slang.
Why are you so hard pressed? So you've heard hard pressed.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the same thing as pressed, just without the hard.
I disagree.
And Cully's here just like, they should really take out the art out and switch out.
They should. That doesn't need to be there.
What if you're not? What if? Okay, but oh my god, that those are different meanings.
Yeah, switch. Here, I'll switch that for you. I will switch that out for you. Like,
Yeah.
I got that when you said switch.
I'll switch that. For
The
you.
out is redundant. Is
I
what
think
I'm
the
saying.
out adds definition to it.
Yeah.
Like if
hard
I'm-
press adds definition to pressed.
like if I'm switching out something, it's usually like I'm gonna take it out of like the circulation. Like
Switch it out.
say for example like a radio at the drive-in movie theater. Oh, let me switch that out for you because I'm gonna take it out of the circulation of things. if you dropped your ice cream cone, or like I don't know, you're like, hey, there's a bug in my water,
And there's
let me
also
switch that for you.
switch up.
Yeah, you said switch.
That's why I'm saying there's a different like thing there. Like
You
there's
can also switch up. Like, hey, let's switch the music. Let's switch up the music. They're totally there's people make things. There's words, man.
It's stupid.
Just because it's
stupid.
It's complicated.
It's stupid.
Hey, can you switch it up? Can you switch?
Can you switch the song?
Okay, can you switch it up? And if you say that in a context, can you switch it up? People probably know what you're saying.
Yeah, but that's not switch it out or switch out.
I know. There's different types of switching.
I'm being specific about switch out is stupid.
Okay, but switch up is okay. Even though I'm still
welcome
using
to
an extra word.
Cully the fucking grammar Nazi podcast.
it's not even grammar. It's just you not knowing, you disliking extra words.
Yeah, I
to
know.
give
I
me
know a
extra
lot of
context.
words. Yeah, it's unnecessary.
You don't know
It
pressed.
is redundant. I don't know pressed.
But you know hard press. The hard press is just redundant to pressed.
in a completely
All right, let's move
different.
on. Let's move on.
How long is this podcast?
Oh my god! What I was saying is, I'd be pressed if someone.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. If someone was just like, hey, switch, can you do the diaper? I'm not doing anything, but can you do it? Fuck you.
I'm biting my tongue.
Sorry, what did ChatGPT tell me the definition of pressed was? Man, I sure would be upset, annoyed, bothered, or emotionally affected by them asking me that.
Why do you say that then?
Because I didn't want to say that. I didn't say that.
Hey, can you switch out that diaper?
I gotta stop.
I'll
'cause this
switch
is-
it for you.
I'm getting
Switch
fucking-
what?
I'm
it.
so mad.
Switch it.
I'm getting heated.
Switch it what? Out. No, I mean, I'm so sorry I said out.
Switch it with a good
Switch
one.
it in. I'll switch the other one in and that one away.
Well, no, that would be swap in.
I'll swap her. Swap it out. Swap it in. Swap it. I'm just going to
Swap it out.
Don't worry about the other part. I'm just going to swap. Swap what?
Well,
it out. Out. It.
Oh God.
The other one in. I'm putting that one out and put that one in.
There's just people say things now. There's like vernacular that people say things like to me it seems like they're trying to sound smarter, but it's just filler words. Like, you know, you write an essay and you're like, I humbly believe that possibly what could be happening is you're just like throwing shit in to make your fucking sentence long. I feel like that's what people are
I think
doing.
by saying I'd be pressed, it's a lot shorter than saying, yeah, I'd be a little upset or angry or emotionally.
That I'm not talking about.
Well, it's shorter and more cohesive.
No,
And people know what it means, I guess. Not. So
grapes don't.
people that
Actually,
don't know what
grapes
pressed
wouldn't
means.
understand
Coley
what
and
pressed
grapes.
is. Grapes would get pressed. I'm
Raisins
pressed.
know what pressed is.
Mm-hmm.
Raisins aren't pressed.
All right,
Raisins are dried.
Yeah, Coley's D. Depressed.
Well, no, I am. According to your definition, I'm pressed right now.
Yeah, pressurized.
It was
pressed.
called a play on words.
What? I know. I was fucking with you.
All right, my
Hey, Elf.
turn.
I ruined your joke. Ha ha ha.
Are you ready?
It's because I'm angry.
It's my turn, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
Fuck you.
He's gripping that chair so hard.
Like, okay.
So, this person, I'll just read it.
Don't leave a comment about this pressed and not pressed shit.
I've had cancer for 2 years now. Did chemo, lost my leg. That sucks.
My leg.
Did you check under the couch?
Come on.
I'm back, baby.
Did chemo, lost my leg, beat odds, and managed to even go back to work. Well, shit hit the fan and treatment stopped working. Probably got weeks, maybe a couple months at best. I'm
Jesus.
22, don't own a house, don't own my car, have maybe $2,000 in the bank. So I took out a credit card, $6.5K limit, 0% APR for 20 months. I was previously building up a good credit score, and now I'm buying whatever the fuck I want. The debt will die with me, and I give no fucks. And if you want to beef with me about driving your bank fees up with this behavior, at least you get to live. LOL.
Good point.
So, yeah, in the comments, people are like asking for money and shit. Most people are saying they should take out more cards or just, more credit
I
lines.
was gonna say $6.5K.
I know, not much.
Take as much as you can.
They donated a lot of their money to animal shelters and food banks and cancer charities, which is cool.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Pretty much stole from the banks and gave to that.
Yeah.
They bought a fancy crab at a seafood place.
Hood.
Ooh,
They said,
nice.
I bought a crab at a fancy ass seafood place. That was awesome.
Red Lobster.
Did they eat the crab or are they just like, I want that one. I'm going to take him home.
That's my crab.
That's my crab.
Also, can y'all stop telling me to find Jesus? I respect those of you who are praying for him, but I'm good.
I hate that shit.
Yeah, I know.
Why you need Jesus?
Oh, don't worry. He's going to find me real soon.
Yeah, I'll find him quicker than you will.
And this was 26 days ago, and the person hasn't responded since, so I'm assuming they passed. But
That's good. They passed their test. I'm proud of them.
Good job.
But yeah, I think they opened. They said they're gonna take the advice and open like 10 more credit cards. So I think they just racked up credit card debt and bought whatever the fuck they wanted for the last month of their life.
Peace out.
Yeah, I
That's
gotta
sick. I totally agree with that. I think
100%.
I gotta say though, if I'm dying, and like I know it's soon and it's inevitable, I'm not gonna be posting on Reddit. I don't care. Like,
Oh no,
what I'm gonna waste an hour of my time replying to comments.
you're dying, bro.
That's true.
Hurry up.
Well, they did make edits to say like, okay, I'm gonna take your advice, and I don't know. They got like a fuckload of upvotes or whatever, so probably were like, it's kind of fun. Probably pretty fun to engage.
I would open a ton of credit cards, buy whatever I want, donate whatever I want, and if I had no like family that this credit was or the debt was gonna go to, I'd fucking skydive without a parachute, motherfucker.
Right? Go out like that. One
Hell
person was
yeah.
like, just do a bunch of drugs.
I already do. It's called chemo. They suck. They don't work.
That's like a good, like if I know I'm going to be dying like soon, I'm going to do that same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do? And I was going to rack up a bunch of fucking credit card. Well, obviously if you don't have kids or something, but
Yeah.
rack up a bunch of credit card debt. Fucking, I'd buy like a fucking Maserati. I'd go to like a private island and just like party up until I passed away on that island.
Yep.
Be sick as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know how
Fuck
much.
hospice. I'm just going out.
I don't know how much credit I could get. Could probably go to like a regular island, rent a Maserati.
I could look at a Maserati. Sir, you have to pay to get in the building. Like, oh.
If I took, I have
okay.
4 credit cards right now. If I wanted to rack all those up right now, I could do some shit. But
What are your limits on those?
Yeah, I guess technically no, just 2.
well, I mean, I'm not going to talk about it in the podcast, but
What's your social security number?
that's how I could
What's your mother's
do
maiden
some
name?
shit with
Yeah.
my 4 credit cards for sure.
What are your passwords for like
What's
everything?
your first pet's name?
Yeah.
And we're doing his passwords on the screen right now. You have 10 seconds to screenshot.
Oh.
And no, do not go back and pause. You have to
can't.
screenshot it.
If you go back, it's deleted.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to. Oh,
We can
you
do
missed
that.
it.
was
If you
live.
don't see it right now, you must have missed it.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
it was live.
And you can't
but
go back.
now it's-
Sorry.
you
Ah,
can't.
It's the power of
It's only for our
AI.
live listeners.
Yeah. Check us out on our lives on websites that we're on.
Check us out on websites that
We have
are.
lives? What?
Check out our lives on websites.
We have lives?
I would hope so.
I was bidding.
Oh. I was like, we're live? Oh, fuck. Pressure's on.
You didn't hear what I said before, right?
Which part?
Yeah, I was gonna make the Arab joke.
Oh my God, Coley. Jeez, how could
Wow.
you say that?
All right, everybody, go back to our podcast and you'll see that Josh thinks the word Arab is pronounced Arab.
Not think, no.
I know.
I know it is.
You're all mispronouncing it.
You're like,
Mispronouncing it.
we're sitting here like, Josh, it's pronounced Arab, and you're like, did I fucking stutter? Like, oh, okay. Neighbor, unknown name.
Hi, neighbor.
Neighbor tried to get my mom fined over our shed. Not my mom, but we do have a shitty shed, so I get this could happen. But anyway, neighbor tried to get mom fined over a shed, so I got his $40,000 pool filled in. Bitch ass.
What?
So here's the guy or girl, actually. Mel Melissa is their username. I live with my mom. She's quiet, keeps to herself, never bothers anyone. A few months ago, though, our new neighbor decided to report her to the city for having a quote-unquote illegal shed in the backyard. This is total bullshit. The shed's been there for years and has full permits. An inspector came out, checked everything, and left without saying a word. But the neighbor, smug, proud, thought he'd scared us. So this person decided to do a little bit of digging. Turns out that his shitty neighbor brand new pool was way too close to the property line and illegally built over a utility easement.
Oh shit.
Can you say what's an easement?
It allows the government to go on your property to do something with a utility or something owned by the city.
Is it like an access way?
Yeah, so
point?
for example, in my driveway, you might not be able to see it because Chloe's truck's over it, but I have a sewer manhole lid in my driveway. So the city most likely has an easement to be able to go on my property to do inspections and repairs as needed.
Oh, so the easement itself isn't like access way. It's
not
just
physical.
like they're allowed to.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was
yeah,
physical
it's-
thing. Okay.
It's kind of like how the HOA has the legality to say if you can have curtains or that stuff on your property. The city has the legal right to come on your property for that. So
Okay.
this person built it over a utility easement. That's a big no-no because then the city's like, well, we need to access this utility. We're going to go through your pool.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So anyway,
Learning.
that was learning. That was nice. I didn't know that easement meant that. But anyway, this person says, I reported him, attached photos, quoted city records and codes, and 2 weeks later, the city ordered him to either move it, which it's a pool, you can't fucking move it, or fill it in. He lost the whole thing, $40,000 down the drain, literally. Now he gets to look at our completely legal shed every day while standing over a pile of dirt where his pool used to be. Mom sleeps great now.
I gotta say that is such like the deepest, not malicious compliance, but just like pettiness, I guess. When someone's trying to go after you for like legal codes and stuff, you're like, well, I'm gonna look at your property and see what's going on and fuck you over. Like that's something that I would do if one of my neighbors was being shitty. Which luckily my neighbors are delightful and I love them.
There's so many people that just wave and smile when you're driving around this neighborhood. I love it.
Yeah, there's a couple of times like Coley, like we'll be like halfway down the road and then Coley like sees someone in their yard and waves at him. I'm like, I don't wave at them. Do I need to start waving at them?
I wave at everybody, dude. If they like look at me, make eye contact, and like look in my direction, I just wave.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. There's a guy, I don't know his name. I don't know where he lives, but he has a huge like
Cock.
What do you call those things?
massive cock. That's what it is.
Easement.
Veiny.
No, he has this like huge silvery beard, and he has the most perfect like fucking handlebar mustache. It's gorgeous. Like you see this guy, and you're like, God damn, that is a beard.
Hey, Bill.
That's a beautiful beard. Anyway, he always has the biggest smile. And, like I wave at him, he's like, he's like so happy to see me. I've never talked to this guy, never introduced myself. We've just waved, and I'm like, you keep doing you, dude. That's a damn fine beard.
Be nice to your neighbors.
Facial hair on point. He always has cool hats too. That's it.
That's a good plus.
Yeah.
We're in prime time hat weather too.
Prime time. Hat weather.
Nice.
Thanks.
Can we change that to our podcast opening?
Yeah. I'll work on that.
People be so confused.
Prime time. What they say.
Like, I think they changed their jingle. I don't know if I like it. It's different now.
Well, let us know. in
We'll
the
get the
comments.
Sports Center guy on here too.
That's gonna be our fourth mic.
We go prime time. Like, wow, that sounded pretty good. And then he pans into the fucking screen. It's like the guy in the middle.
Just like in our yard.
Welcome to the episode of What's the Difference? Today's highlights include a baby diaper at dinner.
Like we can't do highlights because we haven't done the show yet.
He's like,
Like this town crazy person out in the yard.
he's like, that recording is all me. Vocals only, baby.
Why does it sound like a dying turkey? I was going through a rough patch.
That cymbal crash was a soundbite of my DUI into a person's garage.
Fucking stupid. They shouldn't have built their garage there.
They also shouldn't have their son playing with their band in there.
Honestly, it's on them. Scratch my Challenger.
Scratch my baby blue Challenger.
Baby blue Challenger.
Of course, it's a Challenger.
Fucking pissed.
Had like 14 footballs in there too.
I got out.
Kids in the block want to play.
I got out in a tiff and my bedazzled jeans scratched the door. I was even more fucking pissed.
Had to go back to Buckle and get some more.
My Michelin tires. Michelin's not sponsored.
You guys ever heard of Brett Michaels? He's pretty cool, huh? Yeah, I think I'm gonna wear a bandana like him all the time. What about eyeshadow? I look good with eyeshadow, right? Brett Michaels does.
Little known tip. I sleep with a makeup artist, so I get that shit done all the time.
Yeah, for free. Dude.
Looks good.
For free. I gotta throw these All-Star Chuck Taylors away. I wore them once. Gotta get new ones. All right, next.
I lost the thread. Am I the asshole for laughing at my stepson and ruining his wedding?
Probably.
So
Let's
far,
find
so
out.
far,
Yeah, so far, yeah, probably, yeah. If
So-
anyone ruins a wedding, you're probably an asshole.
you're probably an asshole.
Especially-
You're probably an asshole.
Probably laughing.
So, throwaway, shortened for character count. So, this used to be a longer story. It's still kind of long. For context, I have been married to my husband for just over 20 years. We started dating when my stepkids were 5 and 3. Our kids are Adam, 28 years old, stepkid number 1. Ben, 26, stepkid number 2.
Okay, so why didn't you say 23 years old? Or 23 years of marriage? What?
I would have
So
saved
what's
us
the whole
some
thing?
time.
That over 20 years.
She said we've been dating for over 20 years. My kids are 23 years older than they were. Okay, so 23 years.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They have 3 kids together, or 5 kids together, because they have Adam, the first stepkid at 28, Ben, the second stepkid at 26, Charles, who's 20, David, who's 17, and Ellie, who's 13.
These people have to go to a church.
They must.
With names like that, they fucking go to a church.
With
And
that
you
many-
know he doesn't get called Charlie. He is called Charles.
Charles!
No, I'm Charlie, or Charles.
There's a timeout. There's a group that comes into my work, a family. God, I'm going to mess this up. But I forgot the fucking dad's name, but the kids.
Eenie, meenie.
No.
my-
No. Liberty, Justice, Kennedy. There's another one I'm missing. But yeah.
Oh, you forgot For All.
For all.
For all. For all. Feral? No, it's for all.
For all.
No, they're yeah, it's anyway. Yeah.
Wow.
And they always come in on Sundays after church. It's just fucking
Boy, I wonder who they voted for. I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, Green Party.
That'd be interesting, actually.
So, Adam, the oldest, is getting married at the end of the summer, and to his fiancee, Alice, 27. We have all been very excited
Y'all are
for
too
them.
young.
Child bride.
Child wedding. I do not support this.
We have all been very excited for them. All of the kids have roles for the wedding. Charles is the best man. The other 2 boys are groomsmen, and Ellie is a junior bridesmaid.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what? Are you just a fucking bridesmaid?
I think you're a bridesmaid, but you don't get to do like the adult bridesmaid stuff.
Which is...
Go to Nashville.
What?
You had that so quick. Oh my God. Yeah, everybody, all bridesmaids go to Nashville for their...
I mean, think of every single bridesmaids thing that you've ever heard of that they like leave the state that they're in.
Fuck,
Where are they
do
going?
go to Nashville.
They go to Nashville.
Oh my God.
I'm
gonna blow Kenny Chesney.
Yeah.
And then there's like one bar, and they're just yelling, and everyone's like, "Oh my God!"
I was on the bowl for 3 seconds.
Oh my God!
I had a blowjob. The drink? No.
No. Who was it? I don't know. Some guy in an alley.
How do these bees look on me?
I was just thinking that.
There's statues everywhere of white guys.
Oh my God!
Last,
I went to jail. Just girl things. Hashtag.
There's so many black people.
my God.
I'm sorry.
That's what they'd say.
They would totally say that.
And they would say that to the
Oh, black guy.
Yeah, there's
oh my
so many
God.
of you. What? Never mind. I have to go.
They would do the thing that was like, I love your culture.
Yeah.
And they're like, shut up. Shut the fuck up.
There's this black kid in my high school. Oh my God, you would have loved him.
One of my friends is black. Well, I talked to a black guy once. It was the show. I watched TV and there was a black guy on TV. But he seemed really cool, so I love black people. He's like, ma'am, that's how you get killed in Nashville. She didn't get married.
So last weekend, we had a dinner for my husband's birthday. All of the kids attended along with Alice. The topic of the wedding came up again, and this is where it started to go downhill. Ellie brought up that she was so excited to go dress shopping and that we planned to go to a bigger city in a few weeks to get her dress, and me, a stepmom, of the groom dress.
Fucking Nashville. I'm calling it right now is where they're going.
At that, Alice looked at Adam sideways and
Dallas.
responded that we only needed to worry about
So
one
loud.
dress, Ellie's. Ellie kind of laughed and said, "What are you expecting my mom to wear? A suit?" Classic teenager humor.
It's teenagers.
Well, Ellie's a teenager.
Oh. I thought they're all 20s.
No,
No,
Ellie's
were you listening?
13. David and David is also 17.
Wait, start the whole thing over again.
Okay, from the top. So Alice responded with, OP's name isn't going. You know, we are keeping our guest list very limited to only family and a few close friends. What?
Wait, OP's not going?
OP's not going.
Wasn't invited? But it's their stepmom.
Adam and Alice have been to our house numerous times for holidays, dinners, just to say hi since they've been engaged. This has never been brought up.
It's their stepmom.
Pretty quickly, things escalated. The Cliff Notes version is that Charles asked them to clarify if they were choosing to uninvite me now or if I was never invited. Alice confirmed the latter. Why? Adam said it's because I'm not his mom. Charles, David, and Ellie argued with Adam and Alice that none of them were going to go if I wasn't invited, that I was cruel to leave me out, given I've been his parent for a majority of his life
Yeah.
and loved him like my own. My husband and I admittedly sat there for a minute, just fucking shocked. Adam finally turned to my husband and said, "Well?" My husband told him he wouldn't be going either. Adam then turned to me and asked if I was really going to let everyone ruin his wedding on my behalf. Here's where I might be the asshole. I just laughed.
No, you're not the asshole, ma'am.
I don't know what came over me, but the entire
Nope.
thing was just said so ridiculous that laughing was the only thing I could get out. I told my husband I'd be waiting in the car and left,
Where was this? At the wedding?
and then promptly bawed my eyes out. They were having a family dinner,
Oh, okay.
and they were talking about the wedding that was coming up.
So she laughed, not at the wedding.
No, this is
Oh.
This is about the wedding.
about the wedding. They're talking about
Yeah.
getting ready for it and stuff, and they're like, "You're not coming."
Basically, yeah. So your mom, pretty much, you're not coming, and are you gonna ruin it for everybody else by not having all these other people come because we refuse to invite you? And she's just like, "Fuck you."
Basically.
Yeah.
Anyways, Charles, David, and Ellie are not talking to Adam. Adam called my husband yesterday to try and smooth things over. He was still adamant, I'm not invited, and it's their
Jesus.
wedding.
So all the other family is like against Adam.
Yeah.
They're like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, they're like, no, we're not
So
coming.
it's not the girl. Like everyone loves her. It's like he's just being a fucking.
Well, Alice said something, and Adam's like, yeah, that's not happening. So Adam, he also requested I apologize for laughing at him.
Fuck you.
My husband told him, tough shit. Good husband.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
Tough shit. Get over it.
Tough
Yeah.
shit.
Apologize for laugh. No, that's a laugh. I would laugh.
It's
Okay. I'm your literal mother, but that's fine.
the OP says it's their wedding and they can invite whoever they want, but they can't control who actually goes. He said they owe me an apology and that Adam should be ashamed of himself.
Goddamn right he should.
I'm getting texts now asking what the fuck I did and why I'm being a stepmother and ruining the wedding. Am I the asshole?
No,
Text
not at
from
all.
who?
I'm
I guess probably
assuming
just the other
to-
family and stuff. But
Jesus.
there's an update. You guys want to
Okay.
hear the
Yeah,
update?
yeah. I'm into this.
Wait,
story
wait.
now.
Can you? Okay, yeah. Never mind. Do it.
Okay.
Update.
Update. Hi, Reddit friends. My
Hi.
update was taken down by Am I the Asshole for not having a good enough conclusion, but I do have an update. I had to condense it a lot for Am I the Asshole, but I'm going to just copy and paste it here. Yeah, it was kind of left open, but
A little bit.
There's no conclusion at all.
but I mean, like, am I the asshole? Like,
That's the question.
yeah, it's the question. Am I the asshole in this situation here? Like, it doesn't have to be concluded yet. Like, there's, I don't know. I think sometimes
that's the point of it.
sometimes
Some
the
Reddit's
mods,
like HOAs.
they are. They really are. Oh, you didn't know this one really weird rule? Banned.
I don't go on Reddit.
It's hard to navigate.
Yeah, OP is thanking people for all the good advice. They appreciate it. Before they give an update, they just want to answer a few frequently asked questions. So FAQs. Number 1, I am not an affair partner. My husband did not cheat on his ex-wife with me. We met about a year after they divorced.
Irrelevant.
She was already engaged, not to current stepdad. Not that really matters.
Yeah, that doesn't matter at all.
Ben was at the dinner. So Ben is another child that wasn't talked about. He is autistic.
No, that's why I didn't talk about him.
I went into it more in some of my comments, but he was very upset. He doesn't understand what the argument was exactly about, but he was mostly upset at Adam for saying I'm not their parent and that then at all the siblings for fighting with each other.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, they get the vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's probably like, dude, the vibe's off, Adam. That
Yeah.
tells you right there, you're not the asshole. If an autistic person's on your side.
You're not the a-hole.
Exactly.
Anyways, the update. The short is, if you guessed it was related to Biomom, you were correct. I didn't want this to be the case. Adam rescheduled with Charles for Monday, citing Easter weekend. Fair enough. He also texted my husband to let him know that him and Alice would be doing Easter with her parents. We expected that. At some point on Sunday,
Okay.
Ellie texted Alice. I'm not sure what exactly was said, but it prompted Alice to spill everything that was going on with her parents. I've met them a few times, but they live a few hours away. They encouraged her and Adam to reach out to us to clear everything up. Good on them.
Yeah. Well, they're parents. They get it.
Like you didn't invite your mom
Yeah, like
to your wedding. You should probably talk to them.
it's like, oh, your stepmom that was
whole-
there for 23 years,
and your whole family is in disgust. Wow, maybe you should go there now.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus
Yeah,
fucking
so
Christ, people.
Monday they dropped off Ben to Biomom's. He stayed an extra night for Easter fun. A few hours later, she began to blow up my husband's phone as Ben mentioned the fight. My husband answered one call in which she was screaming and promptly hung up. He texted her that the
She
siblings
seems nice.
He texted her that the siblings argued, everything is fine, and that if Ben has any further questions, we will talk about it when he's back with us. From some of the things she texted, we knew she was the root of all of this. Monday, Adam also met up with Charles, and he did come clean. Charles texted us to see if it was okay if they came over after, and we said yes. I'm not going to lie, Adam looked a mess. He immediately began
bet.
crying and apologizing. The short and sweet is that he's been trying to mend bridges with Biomom. Their wedding isn't 60 people. It's blown up to about double that, and they have been struggling to figure out how to pay for it. At one of their visits, Alice let it slip, and Biomom jumped to help pay for things. It slowly snowballed from there, from small requests to big requests. I'm not sure what the final nail in the coffin was, but it ended with Biomom requesting I not be there. Adam said it was easier to hurt me and risk World War III with his mom. Alice's parents were less than pleased to find out how they've been with the wedding budget, and even less so at Biomom's antics. They're trying to figure out how to start covering the payments Biomom has made. We've decided to help some with this. Adam also asked if we could meet again in a few days with Alice, and we've said yes. There's still a lot of ground to cover for this to be close to mended. I'm still hurt, but mostly I'm angry on behalf of my oldest son.
So money.
Yeah, so it's money.
So it's dumbass, fucking extravagant, stupid, fucking expensive weddings that no one needs to do.
And
That tears families apart because no one can fucking pay for it, and it's
Yeah.
expected.
Well, don't
in
have
some people's households.
Here's the trick.
So stupid.
Small wedding, right? Big party. That's what you want.
Yeah,
That's it.
small wedding. Hey, how about don't fucking. Hey, we all love you. You don't need to spend your whole fucking life savings.
Yeah.
You're in your
Yeah.
20s. Live your life. Go travel. Save up for like elopement. You don't need to.
Oh my
do
god,
this.
it's hard that we got married and now we can't afford anything.
Yeah, so fucking
I
stupid.
hate that shit. But I
Jesus.
a thing you said, not you, but in the story, pissed me off because they were like, well, it's easier to upset the stepmom than it is to upset the bio mom and create World War III.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah.
That by just saying that, you should get rid of that fucking bio mom. That mom, she sounds like an absolute bitch. And I have had parental figures and people in my life that they're shitty and mean, and you do everything to like avoid upsetting them. But it gets to a point where you're like, fuck them. I'm not going to walk on eggshells just to avoid them getting upset. Like, get them upset, they'll show their true colors, and then everybody will see that, oh yeah, okay, so that person shouldn't come to the wedding.
People using money to try to like
That's fucking insane.
manipulate family
No.
connections.
Nope.
It's just like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like when it comes, this is your son's wedding, and you're like, I want to help you, and then you're using that to be able to manipulate everything to the point that you're like, hey, so this woman that married the man that I was married to, fuck her.
Also, this whole thing with like everyone's
Get
always like,
over
don't
it.
spend outside your means, da na 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 na. Except for weddings, you can blow all your money. Why is it?
Yeah,
like,
why does that
so
matter?
normal? To
All
just-
your money, all of your partner's parents' money,
Yeah, why?
all
is
your
that a
parents'
thing?
money, get a loan.
No, please, no. God, no.
Yeah, it also doesn't help that anything attached to a wedding just costs so much more. Like,
Yeah,
I
people know people will pay.
yeah, I have a friend who's a bridesmaid.
It's actually so stupid.
I have a friend who's a bridesmaid right now, and she dropped off a payment for the wedding makeup. Just for the bride, it's like $440
For the what?
for the bride, just for the makeup, and then the bridesmaids also get makeup, and they're like 200 something.
Do your own makeup. Don't you do your makeup every day for 20 something years? Why?
Do
why?
your own fucking.
I
Well,
don't-
but it's
well, I also
but it
don't
has to be
understand it,
perfect
but-
for the wedding.
for the photos.
Oh my god.
I don't.
Yeah, that's like the whole bridezilla thing is true, and I don't like that it's bridezilla, but like
What does that mean?
the bride from hell, like controlling the whole wedding and everything.
Everything needs to be perfect, and everything
Because
needs to
it-
be great.
Yeah, totally. But it 100% can be the groom.
Yeah.
It's people just get shitty. But I was in a wedding quite a while ago, and all of the guys were supposed to be clean shaven and have like short haircuts and all be the same. And I had a long beard and I had long flowing hair, and I was like, I'm not fucking getting a haircut, or I'm not shaving my beard. And they're like, well, what about if we paid for your haircut and your beard trim? And I was like, I'm not gonna be in your fucking wedding then.
Sorry.
And yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm not changing myself for your wedding. I understand that you want it all to be cool, but like, you invited me, you wanted me to be a part of the wedding. Like, you know who I am, you know I have a big beard, and you know I have flowy hair. Like, I don't get that why I have to change myself for your one day.
Because weddings, they're that's how they are.
Well, it's the wedding photo.
It's a wedding.
Yeah, and you know what? I looked fucking great, and I didn't get a haircut, and I kept my beard nice and oiled, and
Dude, my
primed and
parents'
primed.
wedding.
They apologized afterwards. They were like, "Yeah,
Did-
we're sorry."
Did you
for,
go
like- oh yeah, I was in it.
with beard? Oh yeah, I've seen those.
yeah,
photos.
yeah. It's all on my Facebook
Beard
and
no?
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and afterwards they're like, "I'm sorry, we were just kind of stressing and whatnot." I'm like, "I get it, but like, I'm
But, like,
glad I."
don't tell me to shave my face.
Yeah, it's
Excuse
my
me?
fucking face. Like, no,
Yeah.
I'm glad I,
I actually
put my
look
foot
great.
down on
So
that.
thank you. I my parents' wedding was like cheap, obviously, and they like were on a beach in like Long Beach, Washington, and they had like a cheap, like my dad made it like a big wooden entangled flower kind of like arch. I forgot what those are called for weddings. Specific name for that.
Oh yeah, they do. I forget.
Anyway, he made that, and like
Sure.
everyone just wore like flowy white shit, and it was all like sandy, and they had like all these like chairs out, and they just like it was fucking beautiful and pretty. There's horses in the background, and shit, and they
Yep.
had somebody on a film camera just take like 20 photos, and it was beautiful.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
the way to do
dude,
it.
I'm not trying to spend fucking however much, 100 G's.
Oh my
It's
god.
insane.
That's so much
And they like,
better
gonna-
of a
I'm not
memory.
I
gonna say
think
it.
they hired like bartenders, but that's about it, or something like that.
That's
and they had
so
like
much.
a little after party that was sick as fuck, and everybody got drunk, and
That's such a better memory. That's
Yeah.
such a better memory.
I'm not gonna say it.
What?
Okay, say it. Now that you said you're not going to say it, you're going to
Yeah,
say it.
you didn't have to say that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna say it.
You didn't have
Okay.
to say what you're. Oh my fuck!
so
What?
I'll say something.
you don't have to say I'm not going to say it. Saying that is just, it's pressing me.
All right, you want to be unpressed?
Yes, I'm
bringing
pressing
it back.
So how are they still together?
No, but what does that have to do with their wedding?
Everything.
Oh God, Josh, are you a bridezilla?
I'm sorry. If you're not spending over $50,000 on your wedding, I don't think you're gonna stay together. If you can't
correlation.
if you can't start your wedding being tens of thousands of dollars in debt together and trying to pull yourself out of that,
Pissed off, stressed out, losing your hair.
No, they bought a house
in debt.
and took care of me, which was, I think, cool.
That
Yeah.
was their first mistake. They had a kid.
yeah,
well, I was in her belly when they had the wedding.
So it was a wedding. It was
Shotgun
you were
wedding.
Out of
wedlock.
Yeah,
It might have been. I don't know. No idea. But
They
it was a
had-
pretty wedding, is all I'm saying. And it was.
you were born out of wedlock.
Yeah.
No,
A wedding
you were
can still be pretty.
conceived out of wedlock.
without having to cost a lot of money.
So okay, one of my favorite weddings that I didn't go to.
What?
I'll get to it. One of my favorite weddings.
Beyonce.
No, fuck all that shit. The best wedding was my friend and his current wife. Now it's his only wife. I don't know why I said current wife, but it's his only wife. They have,
The wife number 3.
The
or
wife.
The wife that you know. The wife.
they have 2 kids. They're still doing great. They had our friend officiate the wedding, and they each had like I think 2 or 3 family members. Like I know him and his mom and dad were there, and then brothers were there, and I think her mom and her other, I don't really know her family, but they had a wedding. It was on top of Blanchard Mountain. It was just like, hey, do you? Yep, cool, done.
Yeah.
And all of the money went into this massive party down by the river on somebody's property, and it was fucking
So
sweet. Like it was catered by some like taco place. I can't remember which one it was, but it was like, oh, it was so good. Everybody was
Dude, there was a wedding on my block last summer at the
was so good.
This couple owns a little house. It's like a standard house, but they
so good.
built a fence. And then I remember like one night there was just a wedding going on. I was like, what? They put all these really nice white tables out in their yard. It was like a normal like city acre and a half, probably acre, and they had like probably 15 nice round like white tables with beautiful like string lights all over, and they had like a little band in the back with like acoustic. It was like just beautiful.
That's
And it was at their house.
so much better.
Saved a bunch of money. It was beautiful. The fucking, I don't know. The vibes were great. I just, yeah. I love that.
You're just on your porch, just like, oh.
I was watching the whole fucking thing. It was awesome.
Come
The whole time you're like, is he still staring? All right, just keep laughing.
No, it was awesome. And then all the
Why
neighbor,
can't
every
I
like next
join?
like week, neighbors are always walking by like, congratulations, because everyone saw it. It was cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
They had
That was
their
really
dog
nice.
out.
That's
Their dog
lovely.
had like a what are the bridesmaids? I don't know the names of
Oh,
anything.
the veil?
The veil on.
Oh my god.
That's so funny.
It was so cute.
Dogs just walk around just like, why is it hard to see?
Is it a veil? Is that what I'm thinking of?
It's the little like cloth in front of the bride's
Yeah.
face. Yeah. Why do I know that?
I mean, I think the
Because you're a bridezilla.
I was gonna say maybe I am a bride.
You are. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, buddy.
Like I imagine my wedding not being like that. I'm gonna be a bridezilla, but like for the minimal amount of thing. Like, oh, those aren't traditional wildflowers.
Those aren't cheap enough.
There's too many wildflowers in this bouquet. I need you to just toss them. We just got them off the side of the road. Toss them.
Toss them. Terrible. Throw them all out. It's like, we just have this bundle. Fuck it. Burn them all. Throw them all out. Go back to where you picked them. Burn all those too.
When was this grass last mowed? Is this Florida grass? It's a little teal for my taste.
It's Bermuda, ma'am, and we cut
Florida grass, exactly.
we cut it to your specifications that you. You're right. I'll go tear it all out.
Thank you.
I'll put new grass in. How's Ron?
I asked for Boise blue.
Well, ma'am, we don't. That doesn't exist.
Paint it.
What color?
Boise blue.
No, that's when she just shoots him.
In the kneecap.
Give me a new groundskeeper. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm bleeding on your grass, ma'am. I'll leave. I apologize.
He starts crawling away.
He's like trying to clean up his blood.
Oh, look, it made
I'm
blue.
so sorry. You know what? I'll just crawl over to the hose and just hose myself off here.
That's why you never hire a Canadian.
So sorry. I'll pick up my leg bits later. Anyway, I'm done with that bit.
It's a good bit.
That was kind of fun. I enjoyed that one.
So that's all the stories I think we got. But I gotta say that we did get a listener question recently.
Wow. What?
So
So excited. Excited for it.
They asked,
Excited? I'm so excited.
can you weigh in on the sloth controversy? And so you might be wondering, listeners and Cully.
Coley, I have a question. Are you upset they said weigh in? Because that makes no goddamn sense at all. What are you gonna weigh in like a
that makes
UFC
sense.
fight? Like you're gonna weigh in? You're gonna put weight
No,
in
that's
it?
giving your opinion.
Oh, there's a
That
definition.
makes sense.
There's a definition for words that don't
We're
necessarily
fighting. We're
coherently
fighting.
make sense directly.
We're fighting after this. Thank God I've got my shank ready.
So for those of you that don't know, there's a sloth that was put up into some trees next to the freeway.
Oh, I can weigh in.
So I'm gonna read the
can
story
you?
that they. I'm gonna read the story that they sent to us.
Yeah.
So here's the headline: Another stuffed sloth pulled from tree over I-5. WashDOT warns. WashDOT is Washington State Department of Transportation, but I'm gonna say WashDOT from here on out. WashDOT warns:
Washington State Department of Transportation.
cute but dangerous. So, the Washington State Department of Transportation, WashDOT, has removed a second giant stuffed sloth from a tree over Interstate 5, I-5, near Bellingham, reported
Well,
by
that's
Bellingham
here.
Now on Monday. This is a while ago.
Yeah.
WashDOT.
Not this Monday. Today is Monday, but not this Monday.
Not this one. Oh, yeah. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Hey, mayonnaise.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Mayonnaise?
Yeah. Cinco de
Oh,
de
my.
Mayo.
Yeah. Cinco de Man. It's
Cinco
the
de
fifth of
Mayo.
mayonnaise. Cinco de Mayo.
WashDOT, according to the media outlet, said the sloth was distracting for drivers and dangerous for those installing the stuffed animal. My Bellingham Now also noted this sloth was taken down near the same area as another sloth known as Slothy.
Wow, intelligent name.
Slothy was taken down last month after the hanging out in the tree for almost a year. I did not know that. I thought it was
over
only like,
almost a year.
yeah.
That's
I only know
crazy.
about it like a couple months ago.
I don't know if it was a year.
Time flies. Oh, sorry, Chloe. It doesn't fly. Time goes by so fast that sometimes you get confused that it doesn't feel like
No,
sometimes
Time flies. I've thrown my watch before.
WashDOT isn't sure who put Slothy up, but said the stuffed animal reminds us that it's crucial to slow down in work zones and in life. Although
we can relate. We can relate.
although cute to look at, WashDOT crews had to remove Slothy from a 90-foot tree. Let's keep our 8-foot stuffed animals in their proper habitats.
The trees.
On a bed made for giants, not near our right-of-way. Leave the tree dwelling to real sloths and keep your eyes on the road ahead, wrote the agency in an online post.
Were any accidents caused by the sloth?
I don't know if there was any accidents attributed to the sloth, but there was probably some slowdowns that attributed, which could cause an accident. It's more of a liability standpoint.
There's also slowdowns when there's cops on the side of the road.
Well, you're supposed to, and you're supposed to get over. But people,
Yeah.
Keep going because I've got opinions on this.
Well, that's the end of the story. So.
Oh, okay. People suck at driving around here, so I love the idea of a sloth up in a tree. I think that's cool. But people are fucking stupid behind the wheel. So anything that distracts people around here, I
remember when Keegan first pointed it out. I was like, "Oh,
yeah."
And I never saw it.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
if
It's like
you
a
guys were
word-of-mouth
better
thing.
drivers around here, then it'd be cool to have. But you're not. You suck. Not our listeners.
Well, I have
You guys are
here's
cool,
I'm gonna
but
chime in on this too.
You're fucking terrible.
They're also
drivers.
removing the rock,
Yeah, that's been there for years.
Yes.
the colored rock.
So the colored rock also is considered a distraction, and
It's been there for fucking like a decade, or it's been there for like 100 years. It's a fucking rock. It's a huge boulder.
I think it's
Yeah.
been there our whole life.
yeah, at least.
it's been there even before our life. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
I've
fucking
heard
rock.
of like my parents or my dad, because my mom did move live up here. My dad like would like some of the sports teams around town would also be painting the rock. Like it's been a tradition around here
Yeah.
for a very long
Yeah.
time.
What are they gonna do? Remove the "Welcome to Bellingham" sign in Fairhaven? It's on. It's not. You read it. At some point, it's like,
welcome to Bellingham. Drives off the road.
I would need to see where the rock's at, because there is a possibility that it could be hit by an errant vehicle going off the road. I would have to double check that, but that is like a major concern.
There's rocks everywhere. It's nature. I don't know.
Yeah, look at fucking.
Don't go off the road.
Don't go. We have to just completely obliterate Chuckanut then.
Yeah,
because a little bit of it fell down.
We just close all roads off that are somewhat dangerous.
No, here's the best thing. Yeah. Nobody drives anymore. You're done. Yeah. You're done. I still get to drive because I'm a good driver.
Oh, and no driving anywhere where there's wildlife, like Costa Rica, where there's sloths or wherever you can't drive. Yeah, no driving.
Or when the place that has all those red crabs that cross the ground. Yeah.
Oh, I think there might be birds in Washington here. We can't drive because if somebody looks at a bird,
kill all birds.
They're gonna drive into a colored rock.
That's my point though. Is people are getting worse at driving.
Yeah, so don't take away distraction. What are you gonna take the road signs off? Like
because they're being
test people
worse
on driving.
Worse and worse. Yes. You need to be tested again because you're fucking it up for us. Yeah. Because you're a shitty driver. You're ruining it for everybody, and that's not fair. I haven't been in an accident. I haven't slowed down when I saw the sloth. I was just like, sloth.
Yeah, you just go, oh, look.
A rock that's always been there. I've been like, rock. Keep going.
A rock. Yeah, what? A what? That's that one. That's the sloth. Okay. It's also like a stuffed animal.
But I will say, I understand. I understand.
The rock is stupid. Like
the rock is fucking stupid.
Rocks are everywhere. There's rocks everywhere.
Well, you got to take out all the trees that are there,
remove the rocks.
And every tree that's ever around.
Well, if you go off the road, it's hard. Yeah, well, right behind the rock is a fucking tree.
Yeah.
So what do you... I don't know.
And guess what's underneath all that? A bigger rock.
Pretty sure there's like a rock wall behind that tree, too.
This goes deeper than we expected.
Jesus Christ. Oh, the Earth is actually big.
Not that deep, because if you go deep enough, you hit a fucking rock again. So, I understand what the Department of Transportation is saying. Like,
it's not DOT, it's... Where's ours?
Well, WashDOT is
Washington.
WashDOT. I know, but I was...
It's WashDOT.
WashDOT.
I get what they're saying, but the problem is not that it is distracting to people. The problem is that people fucking suck at driving.
Well, yeah.
That's the problem.
That is the problem. And so
don't take away shit for people who...
If they don't, and then someone's stupid and they get in an accident, they could sue WashDOT because it's within WashDOT's right of way.
No.
Yeah.
Make a law that they can't do that.
If someone hits a rock, they could sue the Department of Transportation?
I suck at driving and I went off the road, and that's your problem.
Yeah. So when you're designing roads and stuff, one thing you have to worry about is this thing called the clear zone, which is an amount of space from the roadway that there is an object that you could possibly hit. And it depends on a lot of different factors, like the slope that's off of the roadway, if there's even a slope, so like that rock wall that you guys were talking about, like you can't really do anything about that. But you could put something in the way to like redirect someone to not hit it, like a guardrail or something is something that they could do. There's some areas that there isn't enough room to put a guardrail like that. So that's, I mean, I would need to look more into it, but that is a possibility with the rock. I mean, I think it's probably more of like the same thing with the sloth. It's a distraction within their right of way that they need to stop people from doing.
But it's been like decades. Why are they just not like, oh, the rock?
Well, it's like the same thing, like Seattle. It's been here for millennia, right? Or like over 100 years. And it's a very hilly place, but we made standards and things that says, hey, you know, we need to make it so that people in wheelchairs or have movement disabilities and stuff just are not fully able to like walk properly. We need to put these little curb ramps in the corners so that they can go up them, and they need to be a certain percentage so that it's not that hard to go up and down.
That makes sense.
And
though.
Seattle was like, okay, we'll do that eventually. Never did. And it's like, okay, we're suing you, and now you have to make over $20,000.
But how can you get
makes
sued
sense
for hitting
though.
a rock?
Yeah.
Or sue.
And
because it's within the right of way, and they didn't get it out of the clear zone. Like there's precedent and all these kind of like standards that we have when it comes, and when there's new standards, some of them can't be applied to the current system, and you have to like upgrade it in a way. And there's others where it's like there's something you can actually do about it right now, and so you need to.
Well, you guys spray painted that rock in high school?
All right, I know what I'm gonna go do tonight.
Middle school?
I'm gonna go drive.
I never
down.
did.
I'm gonna drive down.
But that was like a
to,
thing like people did?
Oh yeah, all the
How
time.
do you stop on the highway?
Well,
No,
'cause
you
there's-
come in behind it.
Yeah, there's some trails that go right behind it that you can walk.
Yeah,
down.
like Lake Pad and all that shit.
yeah, behind Lake Padden.
Yeah, you can walk. You can walk.
You can get to the highway from Lake Bed.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it's right there.
Yeah, if you do some of the
Oh,
back
yeah,
trails, you
makes
can actually hear the cars going by.
Yeah,
You
no,
can
I
look.
have heard
You
of
can
them, yeah.
stand above the
And
freeway.
if you go down to
look
the
at it.
end and take a right, you're next to
Okay.
transition. You're right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ye-
Weird.
So for your listeners, I want you to see some of the photos they have on this. So let's see if this will work.
I know what I'm gonna do tonight.
So like this like circle here,
I'm gonna go hit that rock tonight.
like
Ooh,
that's-
LSD sick.
that's the sloth. Oh yeah.
I like how your ads are LSD and earplugs.
Yeah.
EDM and earplugs?
It knows.
And then this is the slothy.
Dude, how'd
8-foot
they get
sloth.
that up there?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
They hiked down from Padden and they like fucking climbed the tree and pulley system
a
up.
90-foot tree. Like
90-foot tree.
these people know what they're doing.
There's climbers around Bellingham.
That's
man.
so
true.
many.
We have a lot of climbers.
There's two
That's super
things.
true. They have like rock
People who
climbing
are
gear. Duh.
bored and good climbers.
Yeah.
That's the two things that we
That's
have.
what we have.
And also distracted drivers.
Yeah.
We got a lot of people who are bored. They're just, hey, let's go climb stuff. Okay. Hey, I made a rope to make it easier. Okay.
All right.
Hey, I
It's a
put
city of subdued excitement, dude.
Yeah.
It's city
Is that
of
what it is?
we're fucking boring.
Yeah, which I will say that the sloth thing has probably been the most exciting thing that's happened in Bellingham because people are making shirts. Businesses have sloths on them now. Reset Games put a sloth on their like awning or something, like the thing that's over their
way?
store.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I think we're soon gonna like have that be probably our mascot, just because they're like, yeah, we're taking that down.
Yeah, there's going to be a sloth uprising.
Yeah, the sloths will rise again.
Sloths
The Bellingham
uprising.
city flag's going to be a sloth.
Anyway,
That would be funny.
that's what I was going to say.
Only the real ones would know. But no.
So I'm going to go hit that rock tonight and then
I'm down. I never
Be
hiked
a
that
millionaire.
direction.
If you live, yeah.
I'll live.
You're going to get the rock?
No, I'm
No, he's
going to
gonna
go
hit
hit
it.
it. I'm going to go jump off the fucking freeway on my truck, 4-wheel drive. I'm going to slam into that rock. And
A
I'm
small dent. Oh, man, I was going so fast.
like,
And-
oh, jeez.
wow, I'm so injured. Can you
Yeah.
get my car okay?
I can't believe I hit this giant ass rock that
Going
nobody's
so
ever hit
fast.
before.
This car sure has great safety ratings. Toyota 400, everybody.
Wow. Then boom, I get a new Toyota, sponsored by Toyota for the rest of my life. I get money from the city.
You get an ad spat. You get 60 minutes interview.
Yep, 60 minutes interview.
You know, it's kind of weird. Those interviews are never 60 minutes long,
Yeah.
They're like 30.
if that.
They're like, yeah. I mean, they used to be 60.
Yeah?
I know because I used to look. I used to study some 60-minute interviews for like, I don't know what the fuck, like school something.
Yeah, because I know the
And I would like
episode
look
is
and be like, that's not 60. That one's 60. That's close to 60
minutes.
like sometimes like the episode can be 60 minutes, but yeah, usually they usually have multiple interviews in them.
This episode's been 90,
well, yeah,
almost
yeah.
90 minutes.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Math.
All right.
But yeah, so thank you, listener, for sending that in because yeah, the sloth thing is just
Who was it?
a listener.
Thank you, listener. It's probably the cop.
Mm.
He
Might
would,
have been.
He would send in some shit like that. Because he was like, oh,
I
everybody
wish you would say your name.
hates this, right?
Yeah, I want to say it was our listener Lindsay.
Okay. Hey, Lindsay.
Shout out, Lindsay.
Might be our
Thank
biggest
you.
fan.
Yeah, you're our number one fan, too.
Thanks for listening. Ding.
Ding. We need a ding.
Get a ding, Josh.
Get a
How do we not have a ding yet?
get on the
That's
internet.
why we're not
and,
big.
get a ding.
Oh, we do. No,
Dings on the internet.
Google a ding.
Google and bing me, ding me. Get ding, ding a bing.
That's
Bing a ding.
boner noise.
boner noise. So
Yeah, that's all you need to do is get on the internet and Google ding.
they're like, do you mean Bing?
No, ding.
Bing? No.
My grandson can do it. God damn it.
Let me call him. Mark. Can you help me call my grandson, Mark?
Your grandson's named Mark? Is he? No. You?
Mark! Mark! Mark, I can't hear
Sir, you're shouting at your phone.
Mark! That's your flashlight, sir. Mark!
Hey, I'm getting a text message.
Google!
Who the hell's Surrey? All right, I'm done.
Thank you for listening to this episode of What's the Diff. Next week we'll be discussing.
No way.
Next week we will be discussing
I hit the door stop real quick, but I couldn't find it.
old person home versus take care of them at home.
What?
Old person home.
Hospice versus no spice.
Hospice versus no spice. Yeah, like an old person home, like a care facility versus taking
Japan.
care of an old person at home.
Put them in a home.
Differences between common pasta sauces
Ooh,
You guys are so weird.
past the sass.
and traveling versus vacationing.
Well, because I want to bring up the pasta thing because people are like,
You better
oh,
have
this is a
pasta
great
sauce.
pasta sauce.
You better have a fucking row of different sauces for us to try.
I will make
Like on the light beer.
my famous pasta sauce that is famous to only a few people.
Okay.
I will make it though for the show.
I will make my barely known, but still known.
Which you would say like, oh, it's a spaghetti sauce. When technically
It's
it is a
pasta
carbonara.
sauce.
It's a not a
Oh.
carbonara. It's a the other one.
Linguine.
Nope. It's
Alfredo?
all
Fettuccine.
Oh fuck it! I'll tell you next time because I can't
Gnocchi.
remember.
yeah, I was gonna say I'd make my famous
Bolognese.
sauce,
God,
Oh,
I really don't
bolognese.
care.
Bolognese.
A
Bowling
bolognese.
mayonnaise. Man.
but I don't want to buy apple juice just to make a sauce. Have an opinion on something we've already discussed? Want to hear one of your topics debated? You can connect with us at what'sthediff.net. Leave us a text or a voicemail at 80. Shut up. God, I'm fucking pressed. 802-884-3553. Or send a voice clip to us at hellowhat'sthediff@gmail.com. Join our Patreon and support us today.
Money, please.
Is that
Parks and Rec girl chick from Parks and
Lisa Nepinelli.
is that no the
Mona
actress?
Lisa.
The actress.
She's the girl that does the
Ariel
voice
Winter.
of the Marcel Lachelle with shoes on. Did you know that?
Green Day's lead
Really?
singer.
Yeah, that girl from Parks and Rec is the girl that does the
Is that fuck? What is
voice
her,
of Marcel
what is her
Lachelle with
name,
shoes
though?
on.
She's a voice actress. She's in like Big
Yeah,
Mouth
she does
and
the voice of Marcel Lachelle with shoes on. too.
Bob's Burgers stuff.
Yeah, I think she's also on BoJack.
She's Tammy.
Yeah, and
Bob's Burgers.
Marcel Lachelle with shoes on.
She's so good as Tammy.
Hey, Josh, did you know she does the voice for Marcel Lachelle shoes on?
Yeah,
No
Marcel
way.
Lachelle.
Isn't that crazy?
What?
Yeah,
I just like
Wow.
saying it.
I know.
Wow, I'm glad you told me.
Yeah, thankfully I did and nobody else did.
Yeah, I mean, host would.
So
Cool.
I mean, that's why you're the game master.
That's
You're
right.
So knowledgeable
I'm
about
the
these
trivia
things.
guy. I get
Okay.
all the credit.
Bye. Yeah.